All right, wrestling fans joining us here live on the Nation Network for what is going to be some exciting WWF action coming to you live from the Boston Garden. Ladies and gentlemen, the who's who of professional wrestling here tonight. Joining me, of course, the one, the only Jesse the Body and Jess tonight. Andre the Giant continues the feud with Blackjack Mulligan.
Well, I'll say this right now. Andre the Giant remains the undefeated giant here in the World Wrestling Federation, but I have a funny feeling Blackjack Mulligan may be bringing that to an end.
Well, if anybody were capable of doing it, it would indeed be Blackjack Mulligan. We're going to see a match where the past meets the present, you might say. That is to say, Captain Lou Albano has severed ties with the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika. They will be here representing the past of Albano against the present, which is the newly tag team of formation of Superfly Jimmy Snuka and the Magnificent Morocco.
Well, you know what, Captain Lou Albano, he is the maker of champions. He is the most decorated manager when it comes to tag team championship gold. And the Samoans simply haven't gotten it done in a very long time since dropping those titles. I don't know if they've had a win.
Well, they might be getting a win tonight. I'll tell you right now, they are motivated, and as you know, motivation is one heck of a thing. We're also going to see the final opening round matchup for the WWF Television Championship, soon to be crowned. It will be the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, going up against Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Well, the fact that they announced this television championship and this is the final first round match, I'll tell you, a lot on the table here tonight. When you're the $1 Million Man, you have it all, but you always want a little bit more, don't you?
Well, no doubt about that. The $1 Million Man certainly does anyway. We're also going to see the World Heavyweight Championship decided here tonight when the Iron Sheik puts the title on the line against the man who 1 month ago, right here in this very building, put his shoulders to the mat, Bob Backlund.
Well, the only reason Bob Backlund was able to get the victory last month here in Boston is because he was a surprise opponent. This time the Iron Sheik is prepared, and I do not believe Bob Backlund is going to walk out of here tonight with that championship, not for a moment.
We will all find out. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the ones people have been talking about for quite some time. Tito Santana to defend the Intercontinental title against Bobby the Brain Heenan. As you all know, Heenan was supposed to spend 5 minutes in the ring with Santana last month when his man Rick Rude lost. And at that moment, what happened? Heenan hightailed it out of the building.
Well, Bobby the Brain Heenan, first off, I don't believe he thought there was a chance that Rick Rude was going to lose, and I still say there's some chicanery that went into that decision. But at the end of the day, Heenan wasn't prepared. He went out the back door. That should have been that.
Well, it's not the way things worked out, because now, instead of 5 minutes, Santana can spend as much time as he wants with Heenan.
Hey, don't be totally surprised if at the end of the day we have a new Intercontinental Champion. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, that would be something, all right. And fans, when we return in just a moment, we're going to kick things off with S.D. Jones going up against a bit of a man right now, a wily veteran, you almost might say. A man who's definitely been going up and down the roads here with us in the WWF, Steve Lombardi.
Yeah, Lombardi's definitely starting to get a little bit more of an edge to him, and I like that a lot. And we'll see if he has enough to get past old S.D. Jones here tonight. I believe he does.
Well, we won't have to wait long to find out. Stick around, fans, as we get ready to kick it off here at the Garden. We'll be right back with the opening matchup.
He's American man.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you?
All right, fans, ready to kick it off here at the Boston Garden. S.D. Jones ties up with Steve Lombardi as the two tangle in the middle of the ring. Nice go behind by Lombardi to start this one off. Snapmare takeover by S.D. Jones. Nice rear chin lock, and he is really cranking that thing up.
Yeah, SD right now looking pretty good. I got to give that to him. It's early in the match, so we'll see how it plays out. I mentioned it earlier, and I'll say it again. Steve Lombardi's really been impressing me over the weeks. He's not impressing me with his win-loss record, but I can see it starting to get to the point where the wins are going to start to come, and I wouldn't be surprised if the first one was here tonight.
Lombardi with a big right hand, another one to the midsection of S.D. Jones, the native of Antigua, the West Indies. Backing Lombardi into the rope, and now the referee going to try and split these two up. Let's see what happens. Oh, Lombardi taking advantage of the delay.
Well, he took advantage, but he took advantage of something very simple. The fact that SD trusted him. You always protect yourself when you're in the ring. That's Fighting Rules 101. You know the other number one rule?
What's that?
You have to hit the like button.
Indeed. Make sure you hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and the bell notification because we never know when we're going on. Back heel trip nicely done by S.D. Jones. Calling for Lombardi, who does get up indeed. Nice flying head scissor. S.D. takes him down. S.D. Jones, of course, has one of the most devastating headbutts in the world of professional wrestling, and if he can connect with Lombardi, and he's already doing some damage to the cranium of Lombardi there with that big knee strike.
Yeah, SD definitely has a thick head, no two ways about that. He's definitely a tough guy when it comes to that, but I don't know. I think that thick head probably doesn't leave much in the way for brains because he makes some really poor decisions, which leads to his win-loss record, which is also nothing to write home about.
I can tell you right now, SD is a very well-versed individual. He is a very smart man, despite the fact that his win-loss record, to your point, not exactly exemplary. It's not for a lack of effort.
Yeah, well, effort's all wonderful. Doesn't do you any good at the bank, though, does it?
Well, no, you've got to get the wins in order to get the good money here in the world of professional wrestling. As SD sending Lombardi back into the ring, and that will break the referee's count. We say welcome aboard to everyone here in the Nation Network. William Perkins joining us. SD now planting the knees into the lower back. Bow and arrow. Pulls back on the chin of Lombardi, who manages to escape the hold.
Well, not only escape it, but turn it into a pinning combination.
Ever so briefly, yes, he did. There's a big slam on S.D. Jones. And now Lombardi loading up in the corner. What's he got in mind? Went for a flying forearm, but S.D. ducks it out. Nice move by S.D. Jones. And now there's the abdominal stretch. S.D. Jones has it on, and now Lombardi comes out of it with a hip toss. Nice kip up right there by S.D. Jones. Shot to the face. But Lombardi able to go behind. Gutbuster, nicely done. Series of lefts and a stomp to the midsection. S.D. Jones now fighting from underneath, as they say. He's got to make some sort of a comeback. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and Lombardi's got his feet on the ropes. Referee didn't see it.
No, he didn't. It looks like SD saw it right away, though. Oh, wow. I wonder if he saw that big right to the face, though, before it hit.
Lombardi to the ropes. Back out front. There's the headbutt. Head first into the turnbuckle. And now, bite in the face of S.D. Jones. You gotta be kidding me.
Well, the referee had had the whole thing shielded by the back of Lombardi, and this is what I'm talking about. Lombardi's really impressive. He's starting to pick up. He's starting to learn a little bit more, and he's starting to realize they don't ask you tomorrow morning. They're not going to ask you how you won.
You're always perfectly fine with people bending and breaking the rules around here.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do as far as I'm concerned. The bottom line is you got to get that big win, and that's what he's working on right now.
SD Jones down on the floor here ringside.
Yeah, he might not be getting back up by the count of 10. I don't know.
I think SD will make his way back to the ring. Indeed, he does. And Lombardi not looking too happy about it. Neck breaker as SD re-enters the ring. Goes for the cover. Lombardi has the shoulders down. SD Jones, there's two. He got him. Oh, wow. Lombardi almost had that win.
What did I tell you? He's real close here tonight, and I think tonight he's going to get the win.
SD Jones now waiting on Lombardi. Oh, there's that headbutt. May have knocked him out.
Yeah, but this goes back to where I said Lombardi's smarter. SD did it so close to the ropes. See, what did I tell you? He had to pull him away from the ropes, and that bought Lombardi enough time to clear his head enough to kick out.
Indeed, ring awareness, a major part of being victorious in the world of wrestling. And SD Jones, that headbutt highly effective, but too close to the ropes. This time he's got him in the middle of the ring. Following the back body drop, he got two, oh man. Getting closer by the moment. Still sticking with your pick though, are you?
Yeah, I'm still going to stick with my pick right now, sure.
SD wants him back up. He's got him back up. Hoists him up in the air. Whoa, what a slam.
That was a powerful slam right there by SD Jones. He turned into it. Brought his own body weight down on top of Lombardi, and that's smart right there.
To the ropes. Boot right to the face. Back elbow finding the mark. Oh, he caught him in the throat once again.
Well, once again, what he did was he hid that move from the referee by shielding it with his back, and that is just plain smart wrestling.
Now Lombardi taking the turnbuckle pad off. This is getting out of control. Float over neck breaker. SD is down. Referee busy now replacing the turnbuckle pad. SD up in the ropes. Lombardi has him. What is he going to do here? Draping. Oh, he's got SD hanging from the top ropes and face first into the ring.
That might be enough for the win. Oh, holy cow. SD kicks out on one. I'm surprised.
I am as well. There's a scoop and another slam. Lombardi planting SD Jones. The Brooklyn native taking this thing down as if it were a street fight. Now stomping away on the hand of SD.
Well, you know, I've heard rumor that Lombardi's the guy that before he got into wrestling would go down to the docks and collect money from people who owed influential people, shall we say, money.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. I could definitely see that happening. Scoop slam by SD Jones. Lombardi to the middle of the ring. SD off the top rope. What's he got in mind here? Oh, Lombardi sidesteps the move. Another slam of SD Jones and now Lombardi. What's he got here? Middle rope. From the middle rope, he wants SD back up. Jones comes up, and Lombardi missed the move. Looked like he was going for a neck breaker.
Yeah, hard to tell. It was a flying neck breaker perhaps, but he totally missed the target, and that's going to cost him.
A small package roll up by SD Jones. Will be off this one. Here's the oh man. Big knee right to the side of the head. SD so close right there to put this one away.
Well, it would take a move like that by SD Jones. He can't just go one-on-one with the man. He's got to come up with a sneaky roll-up like that.
You're talking about it's a roll-up, it's a small package, it's a wrestling maneuver designed to get a pinfall victory. That's what the name of the game is. Cross body, SD hooking a leg. Shoulders are down for two, and he got him. Victory for SD Jones here at the Boston Garden, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he got the victory, I suppose, but I don't like the way he did it.
I don't know how you can possibly complain. It was Lombardi with a shot to the throat. Lombardi biting the face of SD Jones. And you want to complain about a small package. I don't understand you sometimes.
No, and you probably never will. But at the end of the day, I'm a man's man, and I like to see a couple of guys settle it with their fists in the middle of the ring.
This is not boxing. It is wrestling. SD Jones excels and gets a much-needed victory, to your point, going into the match.
Well, whatever. All I'm going to tell you right now, I think Lombardi got screwed.
SD has been doing very well for himself as of late. And this a big victory indeed. Look at the crossbody off the top rope. And right to the cover. Big win for that man.
Here is your winner, SD.
We'll be back with more action here from the Boston Garden. Stay with us.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Richmond, Virginia, weighing in at 250 pounds, Tony Axe Lux.
All right, fans, this is the final opening round matchup for the soon-to-be World Wrestling Federation Television Championship. Mr. USA Tony Atlas will be going one-on-one against the man they call the $1 Million Man, Tony. I beg your pardon, Ted DiBiase.
Well, I'll say something right now. In my opinion tonight, I think we're going to see the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, come away with a victory.
Weighing in at 238 pounds, the $1 Million Champion, Ted DiBiase.
See the $1 Million Man, and to your point, he comes out here wearing that $1 Million championship that he had made for himself, and yet still wants the television championship.
Well, it's what I told you before. No matter how much you got, you always want more. How much money is enough money? You tell me.
I can tell you the $1 Million Man hasn't seen that number yet, apparently.
And let's not lose sight of the fact that he's also one hell of an in-ring performer. Whether you like him or not, he's capable of getting the job done.
Absolutely, and I will not take that away from him. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, share the video out with your friends, and make sure everyone is subscribed. Over 70% of the viewers here still not subscribed to the channel. Atlas spiking the knee of the $1 Million Man into the mat. Going to work now on the lower back of Ted DiBiase. This crowd is hot tonight, but how hot are they going to be when the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line a little bit later on?
Well, anytime the World Heavyweight title's on the line, it's always going to be a big night wherever you're at. Tonight it happens to be here in Boston. I still believe that the Iron Sheik will be really prepared tonight where he wasn't last month because he was supposed to be facing Bruno Sammartino.
Well, as you know, Sammartino was not medically cleared to wrestle as a result of actions by the Iron Sheik to make sure of that. And he thought he was going to get the night off, but found out differently.
Well, nonetheless, whatever the reason is really doesn't matter. The matters is the fact that he had to fight someone he wasn't prepared for. But tonight it'll be different because he knows Bob Backlund, and he knows that he's tougher, he's stronger, and he's definitely going to be ready for Backlund here tonight.
Off the middle rope with that forearm shot right down into the throat. Tony Atlas getting his bell rung here. DiBiase doing a number on Tony Atlas. Double axe handle to the face, and DiBiase has the shoulders down. Got a count of 2. DiBiase going to work on Atlas from behind now.
Well, he's got Tony Atlas down in the corner. Look at him stretching him out. The referee wants to see if there's a submission. Little surprise he didn't get one.
Great work by our cameraman, ladies and gentlemen. You see all those banners hanging up in the background. Boston, the city of champions, whether it's the Celtics, whether it's the Boston Bruins. Off the ropes now, swinging a miss. Clothesline by Tony Atlas, and down goes DiBiase. To the ropes, boot to the face, and DiBiase once again on the receiving end. Tony Atlas, of course, the Mr. USA bodybuilder, something that I know you would appreciate.
Well, you know what? I might appreciate it, but that was then, this is now. And I'll tell you, I could step into the ring with Tony Atlas tomorrow and beat him in a bodybuilding contest.
Is that what you think?
That's what I know.
Look at this. Press overhead and drops him. DiBiase in trouble. He got him. No. So close.
Well, I'll say this right now as he goes for the bear hug. Tony Atlas took a little too much time. Wait a moment, are you kidding me?
It's all over. He submitted. Tony Atlas with a massive victory here over the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, getting a submission win.
I can't believe he. I am shocked right now.
I don't think anybody would have predicted a submission win against Ted DiBiase. Let's take a look here. Atlas on fire and just clobbering DiBiase. Look at that clothesline. Almost took his head off with that one. Impressive feat of strength as he pressed him overhead and dropped him.
Yeah, but that's what I would call a micro press. He barely got him over. If I were doing it, I'd have held him up there.
Look at the bear hug and look at DiBiase in a ton of pain. Moving on in the television title tournament is that man right there. Fans will be back with more action here from the Boston Garden. Stay with us.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Spice beef. Spice. Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim! Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim! Oh yeah!
All right, fans, we are back here live from the Boston Garden.
On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 645 pounds, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
Well, they were unpredictable when they had the captain in their corner. Now he has made it official. He has released them.
Well, he's released them on the world of professional wrestling, but the question really comes down to is can they function as a tag team without the guiding light there in the corner? We're going to have to wait to find out, but we won't be waiting very long, I can say that.
Once again, everybody, welcome back here to the Nation Network. Thank you for joining us. CSWA in the house along with Scott W. If you would, take a moment, hit the like button. Share the video out on social media. And here comes their opposition, Captain Lou Albano's newest tag team. And boy, these two men, thus far undefeated. They are islanders of their own type. We've got the Fiji Islands, we've got Hawaii Islands, and it is Captain Lou Albano, the guiding light, coming through the curtain first. And I imagine he is about to be, yes indeed, flanked by the likes of Superfly Jimmy Snuka and the magnificent Morocco.
Well, you hear the crowd out here. They're not liking it too much, but guess what? None of these three men really care about the crowd or what they believe.
At a combined weight of 510 pounds, Jimmy Snuka and magnificent Don Morocco.
Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, Morocco. They are going to be tested against the Samoans, former tag team champions.
Well, that's the reason why Albano's not covering them anymore. They're the former tag team champions, and they've had multiple opportunities to reclaim those titles and have failed to do so. Shout out to Big JH in the house joining us here live on the Nation Network. Welcome aboard.
Bell sounds, action's underway. Right out the bat, Sika locking up with the Magnificent One. Into the turnbuckle we go. There's a tag made. In their debut on Saturday Morning Superstars a few weeks ago, Snuka Morocco pulled out a win, but they didn't look particularly well adjusted to tag team wrestling.
Well, when you're a brand new team, it takes a little while to get the chemistry going, but thus far tonight, I mean, it looks like pretty good stuff. There's quick tags being made already.
Superfly Jimmy Snuka going after Alpha, distracting him.
Yeah, well, I think you could do that with pretty much almost any shiny object.
Attacking the leg now is the Superfly. Snuka and the Samoans, very similar style of wrestling, as Snuka just pulled out a 2 count already. Look at those chops really taking effect, and now Sika with a boot to the midsection. Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle, and Snuka's in the wrong part of town. Double team coming up now by the Samoans, as Alpha gets his first taste of action here. So has Snuka up across the shoulders. Thought he might go for a Samoan drop. Instead, head first into the turnbuckle, and Snuka collapsing.
Yeah, right now the Samoans are doing what they've always done best, so that's they're getting down and dirty. Choking Snuka in the corner. I'll tell you, the fans right now, they're not sure who to cheer for because they don't really care for either one of these teams.
There is definitely no fan favorite to be had here in this one, but still quite a bit riding on it, you would think. And the team that has to be watching this one, of course, is the Demolition. Another quick tag by the Samoans, and here's another one. Wow, they're really doing a good job. How ironic would it be if their first night without Albano, they get back in the winning ways?
Well, Albano wouldn't be too happy about that because he's really invested in this team. And take a look. Biting the hand of the Superfly is Sika.
That's Alpha.
Alpha, Sika. Well, now it's Sika.
Chop to the chest. And now Sika comes in, and Snuka up against the ropes. What's going on here? Double stomps to the midsection. The Wild Samoans. We have yet to see the Magnificent Morocco legally in the match.
I believe he started the match, didn't he? He tagged in once.
Snuka, diving tag is made. Sika took too much time. He thought about it. And now Morocco comes in, and he's automatically going to start cleaning house.
You know, that goes back to what I said early on. Without the guiding light there, they got to think for themselves, and that's definitely not a strength.
Pulls him up in the top rope, does Morocco. Irish whip. Oh, Morocco went for the shoulder block, got the knee instead. Sika sending him into the turnbuckle, tag made, and the Samoans looking really good, I've got to say.
Well, they're definitely doing a great job tagging in and out. And now that same double team attack, this time to Morocco as they put the double stop to the midsection. Albano might not be in the corner anymore, but they haven't forgot the tricks of the trade.
Wrenching the head and neck of Morocco, and now Alpha with that free fall headbutt. Oh, wow, that was wicked. Got the full attention now of the native of Hawaii. We certainly hope these fans don't start chanting beach bum. He hates that.
Yeah, I'm sure you really hope that doesn't happen.
Irish whips Morocco to the... Oh, wait a moment. Morocco saw it coming and held up. Alpha momentarily in control. Nice neck breaker that time by Morocco, and Alpha out to the floor. Boot to the midsection. Has him up. What a pile driver by Morocco. Goes for the cover. Referee was out of position. Only getting the 1 count.
Well, he's only getting a 1 count because the referee took so long to get there. Now, he may not have got the 3. Look out. Oh, I thought he was going to do that maneuver. That Hawaiian hammer, which I love because he likes to dedicate it to me.
Haven't quite figured out the reasoning behind that yet.
Well, because I'm his favorite announcer. I'm the man who calls it like it is.
Going to work now on the ankle and the knee. Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Going to work now on the lower back, tag made, and Snuka and Morocco starting to do a good job of getting in and out of the ring quickly. Head first into the turnbuckle. Morocco going for the cover. Sika making him a save. And now Appa fights his way back. Big power slam. Down goes Morocco. Here's the Irish whip. Morocco into the corner. Appa comes on. Oh, wait a moment. Appa making the tag indeed. Double team. Here it is. Double headbutt.
That might be all she wrote for Morocco.
Got the shoulder up. Snuka gets in there. He was way too late to the dance. Pop up. Oh, Samoa drop. That's all she wrote. Hooks the leg. It's 1, 2, and 3.
Wow, the captain's not going to be happy about this, I can tell you right now. Superfly Jimmy Snuka was late getting in there to begin with, but then he missed the opportunity to make the save altogether at the end.
Well, we talked about it in the past. It takes a little bit of time for a team to gel, but my goodness. Perhaps Albano rethinking his decision to move on from the Wild Samoans after this one.
Definitely not what he was looking for, Captain Lou Albano, out of the team of Snuka and Morocco. They were unbeaten coming into this match here tonight, but they can't say that anymore.
Tremendous job of the double teams. Both teams had a few of them, but the Samoans, I have to say, look at that pile driver by Morocco. Surprised that wasn't enough. The double headbutt should have been hit.
Here we say what really came down to was that Samoan drop. Nobody hits a Samoan drop like a Samoan, especially when you're 300 plus pounds.
Impressive win on their own for the Samoans. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Intercontinental title on the line. Don't you dare go away.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
All right, the match that has been a month in the making. Bobby the Brain Heenan, a look of trepidation on his face, and it should be.
Well, I still don't know why this match should even be happening. He's not an active wrestler. He's not on the roster. He's a manager. And right now, I believe this is an absolute screw job, in my opinion.
Here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Tito Santana. You see a stretcher there in the background. I wonder if that's something that looms in the future for Bobby Heenan here tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure you would like that to be the case anyway, right?
Santana was supposed to have 5 minutes, and now he gets as much time as he wants.
Introducing the challenger from Anaheim, California, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Bobby the Brain Heenan all set for action, or at least as much so as he can be.
34 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Tito Santana.
Well, there's Chico holding that title up, but boy, oh boy, I would love it if somehow he were to lose the match here tonight. That would be absolutely amazing.
I don't think you'll find a single odds maker out there giving Bobby the Brain Heenan the win in this one. But this is professional wrestling, fans, and we have seen crazier things happen. Santana getting all set to go. Bell sounds, action's underway. They tie up in the middle of the ring. Nice move by Heenan right there. Gets an armbar on Santana, the champion now. Trying to work out of it, and he does. As Heenan in trouble, and Bobby the Brain down to one knee momentarily. Top wrist lock now by the Weasel.
You calling him a weasel? Why don't I tell him that? Then you can say it to his face. He might not be a wrestler anymore, but he can beat you up.
I'm not the only one calling him a weasel. Everybody in the locker room, and I dare say 90% of this crowd here in Boston.
Well, right now, the Weasel, as you want to call him, is doing pretty good. And the Intercontinental Champion's the one in trouble.
Elbow right to the chest, indeed. Santana. Taking the majority of the punishment. Heenan to the ropes now. And he missed the target as Santana rolls out of the way. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Hip toss by Santana, takes him down. The Intercontinental Champion right on top of his man. Nice wrestling move right there by Santana. Comes up with a side headlock and pulling back on that chin. A lot of torque on the upper vertebrae there.
Yeah, the C5, 6, and 7 will all stretch backward, but only so much before it starts pinching nerves.
Santana now up to the top rope. He wants the Brain to get back up. Cross body. Santana going for the cover here. Has the leg hooked. Will that be enough?
Well, it was enough for a 2 count, but Bobby Heenan able to kick out. Let's give some credit. Heenan could have took that 3 count and just been done with it. But he's at the point now where, hey, I'm here. I might as well try and get the championship while I'm doing it.
Series of rights and lefts, and there's a hip toss. Knee right to the chest, and Santana pulling himself outside the ring. Heenan taking off that turnbuckle pad, exposing the steel ring.
Well, that's a dangerous move in a match like this, because if Heenan doesn't take advantage of that exposed steel ring, it could work against him. Santana might use it on Heenan. Nice move, though, by Bobby the Brain. He's impressing me in this match for a guy who hasn't been active in so many years.
Bobby Heenan now going up to the top turnbuckle. Well, what would have been the top turnbuckle, and missing the target again. Santana targeting the knee. Oh, there's the abdominal stretch, and Heenan's in trouble.
Yeah, but there's no referee.
Nice hip. Head scissor, I beg your pardon, takedown on Santana. Ooh, uppercut to the back of the head. That'll give you a concussion real quick.
I'm telling you what, Heenan prepared for this match. You know what? This is why he is the Brain.
Look at this belly-to-back cradle suplex by Heenan, and he is going to shock the world, perhaps.
He's already shocking me.
Oh, the neck breaker, and Santana in trouble. The Intercontinental Champion is on his back, too, and we almost had a new champion.
I'm telling you right now, Heenan has spent, this was brilliant. He didn't take the 5 minutes he walked out a month ago. It gave him a month to prepare for one fight for one man, and he's doing it. We are seeing a Bobby the Brain Heenan that I never thought would exist.
Santana, a little bit, to say the least, surprised at the offense of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Again with that uppercut to the back of the head. Irish whips him to the ropes, back out front, dropped down by Heenan. Went for the back elbow, Santana was prepared. Shot to the midsection, and now Santana has him up in the air. What's he gonna do with him? Oh, he just drives him into the mat. And now Santana has that figure for a leg lock. Heenan might not be able to survive this one.
Bobby Heenan's going to have to find a way to turn this thing over, otherwise it'll be all over.
Santana released the hold and goes right back to work on the leg. Holds. He's got the leg hooked. 2.5 count.
Yeah, Santana's got a look of shock and surprise on his face. Many of us are shocked and surprised that Heenan's still in the match. He's going to go for the figure four leg lock once again.
Santana wrenching it on there, and that's as much as Bobby Heenan's going to take. Santana punishing hit leg on 3 occasions.
Well, I don't care what anybody says. Bobby the Brain Heenan done a great job, in my opinion. He came so close to becoming the new Intercontinental Champion.
He had moments. We'll take a look at one of them, I believe, right here. This cradle, belly to back, tremendously done.
Yeah, and then watch the follow-up right here.
Neckbreaker went for the cover and almost became the new champion. Look how close. There's 1. There's 2. Hands on the way down, just about 3. And here comes Santana trying to put him away. That figure four leg lock has ended many a match, including this one.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, Tito
Tremendous victory for Tito Santana. We'll be back with more, including the World Heavyweight Championship match when we return.
Here at Cracker Barrel, we value diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's why we are going one step further to ruin our brand. We are investing millions of dollars into replacing all of brown pegs in the peg game to bright, colorful pegs. Also, we're changing the rules. The white pegs are not allowed to move or jump anymore, leaving the colored pegs to do whatever they want. We call it Down with the Cracker. It's about being fair in an unfair world. Are you down with the cracker?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
It's been one heck of a night of professional wrestling action, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not done yet. This is our main event of the evening. The Iron Sheik is the champion. Since defeating Bruno Sammartino over 2 months ago.
Well, he didn't just defeat Sammartino, he's kind of sidelined him for quite a while.
Indeed, a month ago it was supposed to be the return match for Sammartino. He was not ready to go, medically cleared, and he selected Bob Backlund to take his place. It became a non-title match. Bob Backlund got the win over the champion, and that's why tonight the championship will be on the line.
Well, here comes that howdy-doody wannabe, Bob Backlund, and I'll tell you something. I'll never understand this guy, man. He's a tremendous amateur wrestler, but this is the pros. I don't know how in the world he's going to match up with someone like the Iron Sheik. We'll have to see if he even can do it. I'm not sure he can.
That is what they are fighting for, ladies and gentlemen. The World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship.
Introducing the challenger. From Minnesota, weighing in at 234 pounds, Bob Backlund. And his opponent, from Tehran, Iran, weighing in at 258 pounds, the WWE Heavyweight Champion, the Iron Sheik.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one we've been waiting for. Bob Backlund, Iron Sheik, and Backlund wasting no time at all. You see the Grand Wizard watching on very anxiously from ringside. This is his meal ticket.
Well, you would be anxious if you are the Grand Wizard, because you're talking about a man who already holds a victory over your champion, albeit a non-title matchup. But you can't let that slip your mind. But at the same time, I believe that's going to be the motivating force right there for the Iron Sheik.
Backlund raking the face, and the Sheik has been busted open. The champion is bleeding.
Well, that's definitely not the good start that the Iron Sheik needed here tonight.
Backlund with a headbutt of all things. He sees that blood, and he's like a shark in the water. And now the Grand Wizard decides to try to distract him to give his man a chance.
Things not going well for the Iron Sheik early on, and the Grand Wizard is totally aware of that. Smart move to take away Bob Backlund's focus from the Iron Sheik for that moment.
Oh boy, you got a wound like that. There's the Sheik loading up that boot. We've seen it before. Choking out Backlund right there in front of the referee. Drops the elbow. Oh, look at the wound on the side of the head. The Sheik really spilling some blood here. And if that starts to go into the eyes, then the referee may have no choice but to award the championship to Bob Backlund.
Well, that would be a travesty as well, in my opinion. Backlund rakes the face, gets a busted open Iron Sheik, and then becomes the champion? No way. I think the Iron Sheik's going to fight through this and become the next big thing in the world of professional wrestling.
Oh, it's not the camel clutch, but it definitely will set it up. He had that single knee in the back of the Iron Sheik, pulling back on the chin of Bob Backlund. In the corner now, Backlund raking the face of the Iron Sheik across the top rope.
Well, that's the all-American thing to do, isn't it?
You were the one that said this is professional wrestling, not amateur. Well, Bob Backlund apparently taking your advice here tonight. You're the man who says, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheap, and now you want to complain.
Yeah, you just remember that when it's not one of your favorites, all right? When the Iron Sheik does it, I don't want to hear a word from you.
The battle continues here ringside now. The Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund tying up. Belly to belly suplex on the floor of the Iron Sheik. The master of the suplex on the receiving end of one.
That is a punishing move right there, that belly-to-belly suplex.
Backlund sent into the guardrail. Oh, this could be a problem. Backlund not getting up. He's not going to beat the count. Wait, the Sheik goes outside the ring and he breaks the count.
That's a tremendous mistake, in my opinion, for the Iron Sheik. He would have walked away the champion if he'd have just stayed in the ring for one more second.
Well, let's give credit to the Iron Sheik. He's a fighting champion. He wants to defeat Bob Backlund inside the squared circle. Belly to back suplex by the Iron Sheik. He is the master of the suplex. Goes for the cover. Hook of the leg. Will that be enough to retain? It is. Oh my goodness, it looked like it was all over.
The Iron Sheik can't believe Backlund was able to kick out of that one, and I can't believe what we've been seeing, but here we go.
Camel clutch, and he's got it on him. Backlund is in trouble.
He escaped that camel clutch somehow. I've never seen anyone get out of it like that.
Running knee, catching the Sheik right in the face, and now Bob Backlund going to work on the knee and the ankle of the champion. Well, we have seen the camel clutch by the Iron Sheik. What we have yet to see is the chicken wing of Bob Backlund, which has had so much success. The Sheik leading with his head into the chest of Bob Backlund here ringside.
Oh, and he just threw him into the steps. Backlund now starting to really pay a price.
Again, Backlund down on the floor ringside. The Grand Wizard with a grand view of this championship title match here. Iron Sheik bleeding profusely at this point in time. That wound has spread. Sheik goes for the elbow drop and nobody was home. Collar and elbow tie up now. The champion bringing the challenger over into the turnbuckle he goes. Backlund's gonna go for it. We might have a new champion. He's got the crossface chicken wing locked on him.
Well, the Sheik's going to have to fight to stay alive, but he manages to survive that one.
And now Backlund choking him out. Frustration setting in.
Yeah, Backlund choking him out, so let's remember that when the Sheik takes his turn.
Off the top rope, forearm shot down across the head, and that wound is just getting from bad to worse.
Well, the blood's starting to stain the canvas. That's how bad the Iron Sheik is losing it right now.
Backlund went for a knee drop, nobody home. The Sheik got out of the way just in the nick of time. Nice hip toss by the champion. We might be seeing history in the making here in the Boston Garden, ladies and gentlemen. Sheik with a big elbow.
He covered a lot of ground with that one, and Backlund paying the price.
Sheik just removing the turnbuckle pad, and that means the referee's going to go back to it. Another running knee lift to the head. The Iron Sheik is down. We've got a new check. Where's the referee?
Well, the referee busy with that turnbuckle pad. That might be the thing that just saves the Sheik in the title.
Backlund, atomic knee drop. Iron Sheik is in trouble. Oh, he brought him back in the hard way. Backlund. Again, the rake. Using the boots to do further damage. Boy, the blood just streaming down the body now of the champion. As Backlund getting ready one more time. There it is. He's got it. The crossface is on. We've got a new champion. The Sheik is a bloody mess. Indeed, Bob Backlund has won the match.
I can't believe this. What a travesty.
Bob Backlund is the new World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion.
The Iron Sheik was a man's man. He had the match won. He could have let that count out happen, but what does he do? He goes out there on the count of 9 to break it up, and I said it then, I'll say it again now. That was a big mistake. Take the guaranteed win.
That would have been the smart move, no doubt about it. Didn't happen that way. The champion was busted open from the beginning of the match. It was all uphill. You said that Bob Backlund was howdy doody. Well, he showed you tonight he's a professional wrestler.
Here's your winner, and the new WWE Heavyweight Champion, Bob Backlund.
History made at the Boston Garden. We'll be back, Andre the Giant.
There's only one man who can tell the world all that goes on in pro wrestling.
I'm Captain Lou, and I'm talking to you about the world of pro wrestling. Call me. I'm telling you. This number's for you. Mom, you raised a great son.
There'll be no more calls for you, Lou. My boys and I are taking you in. Get it. Come on.
I got a right to make one phone call, and so do you.
Lou Albano's Wrestling Hotline, available until further notice or a hearing. Call now. $1.50 for the first minute, 35 cents each additional minute.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, what a night it has been.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Sweetwater, Texas. Weighing in at 258 pounds, Black Jack Mullet.
Blackjack Mulligan entering the ring.
Giants, weighing in at 520 pounds, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
Well, the bad blood between these two men has gone on for several weeks now. Blackjack Mulligan, one of the few men that has been able to go toe-to-toe with Andre the Giant.
Well, nobody's going to match Andre eye to eye in a battle, but I'll tell you, Blackjack Mulligan, over 300 pounds, he's Texas tough, and he has proven time and time again that he can hand out some punishment.
Once again, shout out to everybody joining us here live on the Nation Network. Dookie Wilkos in the house. M. Hawk joining us. Bell sounds and Andre the Giant right away attacking Blackjack Mulligan. Siren Head, welcome aboard. Janelle Mason is here. Andre smashing into the back of Blackjack Mulligan. And Blackjack Mulligan finds out about what happens when you hit the immovable object.
Well, he may be the irresistible force, but Andre might actually be both the irresistible force and the immovable object. He is the eighth wonder of the world, after all.
Andre the Giant yet to be beaten in the World Wrestling Federation. Ties up once again with Blackjack and picks him up with ease. We're talking about over 300 pounds and drops him across the top rope first. Got a one count. Blackjack Mulligan able to come out the back door. History-making night here at the Boston Garden, wrestling fans. Mulligan now unloading on Andre. No effect whatsoever.
Those are punches that he would have dropped a normal man with and has done it on many occasions. But Andre the Giant, we've said it before, we'll say it again, is not a normal man. And now look at Blackjack Mulligan firing back.
Well, we knew this was going to be a battle because these two men have had several in the past. Andre to the ropes. Oh, wow. Andre with a drop kick to the back of the down Blackjack Mulligan. Now the headbutt to the back of the head. Andre sizing him up here. Oh, knee strikes right upside the head. And Andre goes for the big drop and nobody home.
Well, this is the opportunity that Blackjack Mulligan needs to take advantage of, no doubt about that.
Chop to the chest and again. No effect. Andre the Giant just keeps coming forward.
Andre is like Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie, The Terminator, just keeps on coming. And now Blackjack Mulligan busted open.
Andre for the splash, nobody home, and Mulligan now fighting out of sheer self-defense.
It's a matter of self-preservation for Blackjack Mulligan.
Andre pulling back on them, and for the second straight match, we've got a man covered in his own blood.
Well, it didn't turn out well for the last one. We'll have to see if Mulligan can turn the odds in his favor, but it's not looking good right now, I'll say that.
Andre over the top rope. Clothesline by Blackjack Mulligan. That big Texas lariat got two, he got three, almost.
2 3/4 count right there for Blackjack Mulligan. I'll tell you, history-making night indeed.
As Andre the Giant just throws Mulligan across the ring. How many people? Look at this. Andre. Oh, my. Pressing Blackjack Mulligan overhead, dropping him across the knee.
I'm telling you, there's simply no one else in wrestling that could do this to Blackjack Mulligan other than Andre the Giant.
After the big splash by Andre, he gets a 2 count. The fans on their feet.
Well, they're calling the fight forever, but I don't think so.
Andre, once again, trying to draw submission from Blackjack Mulligan, but close to the ropes enough as Mulligan to get himself out of trouble. Oh, the headbutt by Andre the Giant.
Oh, this is not good. Right now, Andre's bringing him over to the corner, and I think this is going to be it for Blackjack Mulligan. 500 pounds right down into the midsection.
Andre the Giant could have gone for the cover right there if he wanted to. Lines him up. Oh, there's the elbow. Referee's in position for a count of 2 and make it 3. And now Blackjack Mulligan not too happy about that one. Oh, and he just took out the referee. Are you kidding me?
Mulligan indeed not happy.